So ladies, we are reaching the end of 2024. We are stepping into 2025, leveling up. We are going to hit the ground running. We are setting our standards high. This is a 2025 reality checklist for new standards. This is a game changer, and I mean business. This is going to be no nonsense, and this won't work unless you mean business too. So are you ready? Well, let's go get them. So this is the 2025 standards list. This is all about how to level up next year. Next year needs to be the year of growth, the year of reinvention. You are no longer going to be stagnant. You are no longer going to be thinking, what if? Next year is all about doing, and it's all about setting your standards high for yourself, not for anyone else. You can reinvent yourself over and over again. I say this all the time. We have multiple lives. Who you are next year is not going to be who you were last year. Next year, you should be able to look back and be like, wow, I can't believe that this is me. That should be your goal. That's what you should be aiming to be able to say by the end of next year. And it's so possible. You just need some tips. You just need some steps, but you also need to be honest with yourself. You know, there's going to be a lot of accountability during this path, and you have to be disciplined. And if you're not disciplined, then this is a good way to practice. Another good way to practice is by watching my 5 habits that changed my life. These habits really gave me the discipline to be able to completely reinvent myself. I am not the person I was 3 months ago, let alone a year ago. So much has changed, and it's because I applied these habits. So have a watch. And please, guys, don't forget to subscribe. I am a new channel and I need the support from the community. So please subscribe and follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Edelyn France. So let's get into today's episode. So each episode for the next coming weeks is going to be steps that you need to take to really reinvent yourself in 2025. Today is about setting new standards. Today is about how to set those standards and which areas of your life need a standards upgrade. Number 1, curate your social media standards. Yes, your social media should be up to a certain standard. I used to follow anyone and anything. Who you follow and who you allow to follow you matters. Social media is an amazing tool, but it can also be very detrimental, especially to your mental health. Follow what your passions are, what you're aspiring to be like, are motivational, are really uplifting you and not making you worry, second guess, doubt, and not making you feel like you're not enough or like you need to do something extremely drastic to change who you are. That's not the kind of accounts you need to be following. You need to be following things that are suited to maybe your career and the passions you have and the things that you're trying to do. They need to be suited to your aspirations, where you're trying to be. We are a product of our environment, and right now our social media is a big part of our environment. But that's a whole separate world on its own. So you need to make sure that it really is a reflection of what you want your mind to really take in and consume, and you need to make sure it's good mind food, let's put it that way. And on top of that, who you allow to follow you back. When it comes to social media, look, I know it's not the most positive place. We should be aiming for it to be as positive as possible. And I believe that people who follow you, who don't support you, who don't make you feel loved or make you feel liked, they shouldn't be following you. Don't allow these people who prey on your stories and prey on your achievements without even a like or a thumbs up or some sort of acknowledgement follow you. I'm sorry, I think that that should not be part of our standards. And granted, there's some people that you also might not necessarily compliment or give a thumbs up to when you see that they've done something. Maybe you shouldn't be following them too. However, there's certain people that really and truly should be commenting, should be liking, should be supporting you because maybe you've actually built some sort of relationship, would say you're a little bit more than acquaintances or along those lines. But when there's someone who just never ever shows any type of support and that is getting on your nerves and it's making you feel a certain type of way, especially if you feel like you're supporting them and liking their stuff, I definitely think that they shouldn't be following you. Don't be afraid to go in there and click on making them unfollow you. That's absolutely fine. Your social media should be a place of positivity and happiness. If it's bringing you anything other than that, then you need to clear out of your social media. Fill it with positive or uplifting things. And if you do that and the social media still doesn't feel like a positive place, then social media is not for you. Do not be on social media by force. It is so important to make sure that you have things in your life that are benefiting you and contributing to your peace and happiness. If things aren't doing that, 2025 is the time to chop it off. I haven't been on my personal social media for the last 3 months. August, is it August? Like September, October, November, December. Yeah, so 3 months. I don't know why I had to count that. But yeah, I haven't been on my personal social media for 3 months. I decided to take a break. I feel there's a lot of people on there that I don't want to follow. And I've now come to that realization that I'm going to be clicking as soon as I'm back. My friends list is going to be considerably filtered out. It's going to be concentrated, honey. There's no reason for us to be following each other. We don't hold each other in any sort of regards. Why are we following each other? I don't want any evil eye on my success, on my happiness, on my joy, because that is real. Someone seeing your goodness and wishing you bad or feeling jealous about it or kind of putting negative spirits and negative energy onto my good stuff. I don't want that. Curate your social media standards in 2025. Number 2, elevate your inner circle. I say this all the time. The company you keep is so important. The people who you speak to on a daily, the people who you interact with, the people who you go out with, they are so important. You need to make sure that they are a representation of you, because you can't walk together if you're not evenly yoked. For example, if you're in a place of entrepreneurship where you're really starting to be more business minded and you are having all these ideas and you're trying to set yourself up, and none of your friends have any sort of experience in that and they don't really care about that, they're not the ones that you need to be talking to about that. So you may need to find yourself another circle, an inner circle for your own personal growth. Now, I'm not saying to get rid of those friends, but each friendship group or each friendship holds a different purpose. And sometimes we do outgrow some friends. I have friends in my life that I love dearly, but I don't see them all the time. We don't align on most things, but they hold a special place in my heart. Maybe they're long-term friends, maybe they're school friends. But I have other friends who I may speak to on a regular basis who have the same mindset as me, who have the same drive, who have the same aspirations, who have the similar kind of focus or similar goals that we're trying to achieve. Those are the people that I speak to on a daily, because we're not just talking about the latest reality shows. We're not gossiping. We're talking about real stuff. We're talking about how to improve, how to better ourselves. So that's the kind of company I like to keep. Your friends reflect your standards. So you need to surround yourself with people who inspire growth in you, people who inspire positivity, success, and leave any toxic relations behind. Leave them in 2024. 2025 is ruthless. You need to be on a warpath because you need to now get your life. Get the life you want by demanding it. And the only way you're going to demand it is by setting these standards and hitting them every day and making sure that you abide by them. Number 3 is upgrade your environment. Now, whether you're single or career driven, you need to be in spaces that match your aspirations, spaces that match where you are trying to be mentally or where you are right now. You need to be in spaces that match your goals. From networking with other entrepreneurs to meeting a quality partner, your environment, your surroundings shape your outcomes. If you're looking for a quality partner, there's certain places that you should frequent or you should place yourselves in to allow yourselves to meet a partner. You'd probably go to swanky lounges rather than a nightclub. You would more likely go to activity days or things that pique your interest. So if you're interested in art, maybe you go to a sip and paint or a pottery class. If you're interested in cocktail making, maybe you'll go and make cocktails. These are the kind of things that you'll do to place yourselves in places where the type of partner that you're looking for would be. And look, everyone's type is different, so it would have to suit the type of person you want. For example, my cousin, she often goes to a really prominent library in the middle of central London. So instead of choosing to go and work in a coffee shop, she would go there because she is single and she wants to place herself in places where men of a similar mindset may be. And this step could also really be beneficial for step 2, which is about the inner circle, because being in these places, in these environments that match your goals, that match who you're aspiring to be, you're going to meet other people who are in that mindset. You're going to meet other people who are evenly yoked. And 2025, we can make new friends. A lot of people feel that they may be too old to make new friends, and that's not the case. I have made some great friendships in my adult life that I still hold dearly to this day, and that benefit me in a way that my old friends may not. And that's because I'm a different person now. And meeting people now, it's just a whole different mindset. It's a whole different ball game. A lot of the times when I meet people now, we have conversations that are deep. We have conversations about career, about life, and we want to go to similar places and surround ourselves in similar environments. And it's more of a choice. It's a friendship of choice. It's a friendship of, I see you, I admire you, you bring something positive to my life, and vice versa. Make sure the spaces that you're frequenting, the spaces that you're going to, match who you are or who you're trying to be. Number 4 is stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. Number 4 is a touchy subject to a lot of people. Basically, it's all about presentation. Presentation matters. We live in a superficial world, okay? When you hear that question, oh, do looks really matter? Of course looks matter. It's the first thing that you see. And we are visual beings. So we like things that look good. If you are in certain spaces and you're trying to make new friends or you're trying to get a partner, presentation matters. Discover how to always put your best foot forward, treating yourself as the product that you're trying to sell. You are a representation of the product, and the product is you and all that you offer. So your outer presentation should really match that. And this is whether it's in business, relationships, or personal branding. You need to be a positive representation of you. You never know where you're going to be. That's why I called this particular step, stay ready, so that you don't have to get ready. You just never know where you're going to be. Even if you're popping out to the shops, look presentable, or whether that be, have your business cards or wear some of your merch if that's what you do. Look nice, have your nails done, have your hair done. This helps you feel good. It helps you carry around some level of confidence. And also, you just never know who you're going to bump into. You never know who's around the corner. You never know who you might accidentally spill your coffee on. That could be your dream husband or your future business partner. Be ready. And if you have a certain goal that you are trying to achieve that may have to involve other people, then always be ready for that, i.e., business cards, because you need other people, so you always keep it on yourself, or making sure that if you are into the beauty industry, you're always looking beautiful aesthetically because you are a representation of what you do or what you're trying to get into. So make sure that you are always looking presentable. And ladies, 2025, if you're single, look, I'm single, yeah, and now I make sure that I'm always ready. I'm always ready. I used to often, I'd be going into the mall, and I'm just going to the mall very quickly just to get this and that. It's just got to be in and out, in and out. But you don't know who you're gonna bump into when you're just going in and out. So I always make sure that I am presentable. My hair is always done to a standard that I can have pride in, and my nails are always done. And I always have a bit of makeup on, whether that's just my eyebrows on and a bit of foundation, simple, or just a little bit of blush just to bring some color. You don't have to do too much, but make an effort, because everything you put effort into blooms, it grows, it becomes. Make sure you put effort into yourself physically, because looks matter. Presentation is key. Number 5 is committing to healthy habit. Raise the bar on your daily standards by committing to habits that fuel physical, mental, and emotional well-being. No more excuses, just results. Look, 2025, we're not saying if, but, or maybe. We're going to wake up an hour earlier if that means we have to go to the gym. We're going to go shopping and only get good foods and not get snacks, because we know that if it's in the house, we're going to be tempted. We're going to be reading a chapter of that book that we said we're going to read, because it's going to help us with our vocabulary or with our thinking or teach us new skills. We are going to set healthy habits because it actually builds discipline, and discipline is so imperative to all aspects of your life. No more excuses. If you want to, you will. Whatever you truly want, you will make time for. If you're overweight and you're trying to get healthier, you're going to wake up an hour early and go to the gym. You're going to set that standard and you're going to commit to it. Setting these kinds of standards for yourself brings a level of confidence that you don't even know is there, but you walk in a room with it. You walk in a room with "I am disciplined" written all over your face. You don't even know it's there, but people can see the strength, the discipline, the confidence, the aspiration. You reek of it. But you have to commit to these standards to be able to be a representation of that. 2025, we are eating better, whether that's cutting down sugar, whether that's cutting down alcohol, whether that's making sure that we're having social media detoxes or making sure that we're not scrolling past certain times, setting a bedtime, reading, whatever it is for you. 2025 should be about setting healthy habits, because if we start the year that way, we have more of a chance of maintaining it through the year. So you need to right now write a list of healthy habits that you want to commit to. They don't have to be drastic. They can just be literally an hour earlier I'm going to wake up, or 30 minutes earlier, and I'm going to wake up and I'm going to work out in my room, or I'm going to walk to the station instead of getting a bus or driving to work, just whatever it is, just make that adjustment. Make that small adjustment to many areas of your life that can help you have a better health and well-being outcome. We're doing small changes, but we're going to do multiple small changes. The whole point of this reality checklist is to make sure that we are actually achieving something. So I'm not just going to say just make one change for the year. No, because if you want to improve yourself and better yourself, you will make sure that you apply that to all aspects of your life. And number 6 is what you need to be able to do all of these steps. And that is applying a no excuse standard to your life. There is no excuses why you can't achieve what you want to achieve. There is no excuses why you can't get up a little bit earlier. There is no excuses why you can't choose a healthier meal over a meal that's not good for you or high in calorie. There is no excuse why you should be around people who bring nothing but negativity and don't benefit in your life. There is no excuse why you can't choose to go to a swanky lounge that has high value people rather than a nightclub that has everyone in joggers. There's no excuse why you should be following people on social media that talk about only negative things that you can't learn from, that don't make you feel good or comfortable. There is no excuse why you should be having excuses every day for things that you know that you need to do. It's time to apply no nonsense to your life, because when you set that standard for yourself, it helps you to trust yourself. It brings a level of confidence that radiates on you. I'm telling you, you're just going to be radiating in confidence and ability. So ladies, 2025 reality checklist number 1 is raising our standards. No more excuses. We are going for what we want. We are bettering our lives. These standards that we set for our life will help us level up in so many aspects of our life. And that's what 2025 should be about. It should be about leveling up and growth. I hope you like this video. Please comment below how you think you're going to level up. Please comment below what standards you need to raise in 2025 and how you plan to do it. Let's learn from each other. Please subscribe and hit the notification so that you are always aware of when I upload new videos. Like I said in the beginning, I am a small channel and I'm trying to grow. So please support, share, tell a friend, etc., etc. So until next time, bye friends.